All right, guys. Well, I say good morning. It's after 12 midnight. I'm just doing this review of trade setups I had last week, which I intend to continue with in this current trading week. Okay, so guys, I have EURUSD chart setup markup for you here. So this is my thought process about the price action, happening in this market. All right. Now, if you look at what is happening here, you see that this market has been going in and out of range. Okay, and the reason is because of the trade war going on in across the world with United States trading partners. Okay, so that has affected the regular price action we see in some of the instruments that are related to the United States dollar. Okay, so this is EURUSD. We call it euro dollar. Okay, and I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. Okay, now if you look at price action, you see that from this candlestick here, that was somewhere in sometime in early May. Okay, this market entered into a range. Okay, and has continued in that range up to the present moment. Okay, now some of the important price actions that have happened during this range band structure is this supply zone, which has printed, on this chart, showing the aggressive sell-off of the euro, okay, and the buying of the dollar, okay, here. Okay, so what that means is that I expect, price to also come back to this zone, okay, and pull, and drop rather, okay. So I expect a drop because this zone is my supply zone, as it were. Okay, you can see how price left this area. So this is a supply zone. So I expected price to come back, tap into that zone and drop back, which it did. It came back, tapped into it, and is dropping down. Okay, so what that means is that there's abundance of sellers here. Okay, for the fact that they sold here and booked some profit, not just some profit, booked some huge profit here. Chances are that sellers are going to return, around this price action, to continue to look for opportunity to sell. And they sold, they sold. If you look at what happened here, you see that the market was indeed doing lower highs. Okay, you have series of lower highs in this market. Okay, so that is, that is downtrend. All right. So now, if you look at where price is currently, I'm already in this trade. Okay, I'm in this trade, guys. I held this trade since last week, Wednesday. Okay, was it Wednesday or Thursday? I think since Thursday. Okay, I'll show you where later. Okay, now I held this trade because a lot of fundamental news point to the fact that that the dollar has been resilient. Okay, and the European Central Bank announcement of a possible cut in rate in the next coming, the next coming central bank decision meeting. It's an indication of the fact that the euro is going to continue weakening, as it were, because cutting of interest will weaken the euro. Okay, and they are doing that to just keep inflation at a manageable rate. Okay, at the moment is about 2% inflation. Okay, and the target has always been to keep inflation at 2%. Okay, so now you can see that the market is a little bit pushing up. Okay, but this price action here is a retracement. You can see that the market dropped here and retraced back. Okay, so if you put, let's use the Fibonacci retracement tool. Let me show you what I mean. So the market dropped from here to this level. Okay, if you look at the Fibonacci retracement, you see that the market has tapped into the 61.8 Fibonacci level. Okay, so I expect this level to be a very strong resistance for price action, and if the price continues to go up to break this structure level, okay, it still has to come and take out this high here, because this high here is the lower high. Okay, and when price is able to take out this high, they will know that there's a change of character in this market, okay? Sorry, or rather break of structure, okay? If you take out this high, it's a break of structure, all right? So now what are we looking at? We're looking at the fact that the market has also remained within structure, okay? No break of structure yet. Even at this high here, no break of structure, right? So guys, I hope you can see what I'm showing you. Let me just zoom in on this chart a little bit. Okay, let me zoom in on it so that you can see price action, okay? So like you need to understand price action, okay? What I'm looking at, what I'm discussing here is pure price action, okay? So now I expect price to push down to this structure level, okay? And that may take some days to happen, but at least you continue to see lower highs, in price action. All right, so guys, I'm short on EURUSD, okay? I don't know what your opinion is. Whatever is your opinion, please share it here and let's discuss, okay? But for me, I'm short on EURUSD. So let's look at USDCHF, okay? So USDCHF is also, ranging, okay? This market is ranging. If you go to daily time frame, you understand what I'm telling you. You see price, has entered a range, here, around this price action period, okay? You can see the market is just ranging, okay? Even though at the moment it's trying to, it's dropping in price action, but major structures have not been broken, okay? Now, it also entered a range here and has continued in the sideways movement, okay? But ultimately broke out of that range here and entered another sub-range, okay? So you can see that we've been seeing ranging price action, okay? See, the market is not really doing higher highs, okay? Because when it did high here, it didn't break that high. It continued here. The break only came after this bullish candle, which does not show, a pure break of price action, okay? But however, it is still a break. But we still have a level here. It still have to take out, okay, before we can see, that, market really going up there. Again, other people can see it differently, guys. Let me zoom in. You see, price action is, is subjective, it's not objective, okay? But if you look at this market, you can also see that the market is making higher highs, okay? Higher low, higher highs, okay? Now, this is an intermediate structure that may, look as if price is uptrending here, okay? But we can't conclude yet because price is still doing price action, okay? So we have to wait for a proper signal, a proper, price movement before we can, say what price is actually, doing. All right. So guys, we will continue to monitor this market. I want to see proper price action that will make me, all right, that will make me want to want to go long in this market. Okay. Otherwise I'll remain at the range structure. Even if you look at it from this time frame, that's from the daily time frame, price will still drop further. Price should still drop further into the structure, okay? Price should still drop into that structure and continue going up. And that's why you see this current price action is bearish at the moment. Until it closes, we don't know what will become of this candlestick, okay? So guys, we keep our fingers crossed, okay? Now, but if you go to the 4-hour time frame again, you see that price has shown a wider range in price action, okay? Even though it is dropping, it is moving in between horizontal levels, okay? If you look at this mid-level, this is still a horizontal level, okay? This is still a horizontal price action. So it's ranged, from here it moved into a range and still in that range, okay? Now, let me take this out. So guys, that's what I expect to see from UC, okay? Now, I expect that the market will drop further to this level and form a double bottom, okay? If I see a double bottom or say bullish engulfing candlestick pattern or any of the bullish reversal candlestick pattern, it could be a hammer, it could be a morning star, I will now decide on what to do, okay? Because I need to get additional confirmation, okay? I need to get some, good confluences for me to be able to, go long from this point, okay? Now, I expect dollar to continue to show resilience, okay, in the coming weeks, okay? So what that means is that we may likely see price drop here slightly, then push up again, you know, and in that rally mode. Okay, so guys, that's what I expect to see in a UC. Okay, that is dollar chef. Okay, now I don't have analysis for GU, but for this cable. Okay, but I'm just going to discuss it here. Okay, you can see there's also a range structure here. Okay, the price was unable to break this resistance level. Okay, and it dropped back to the support level again. At support level, it pushed up again, so it has completed this drop leg and this rally leg. Okay, now I expect another drop leg. Okay, if it didn't break this structure, I expect price to also drop to the next, you know, support level. Okay, so that's what I expect to see with the cable. Okay, so guys, these other currency pairs, I didn't analyze them, but let's look at the dollar index. If you look at the dollar index from the daily time frame, let's look at it from the daily time frame. You can see that the dollar index has started gaining strength. Okay, but overall is below the 200 moving average. Let me just, you know, increase the, you know, the thickness of this, you know, moving average. Okay, if you look at it overall, the market has shown what, that the dollar index is still in the bearish mode. Okay, after having dropped, you know, massively, you know, from this height, retested this level, and it's still dropping. So what that means is that the dollar has, you know, has been dropping for quite some time, and we expect it to continue to show what resilience from this point. Okay, because you can see that this is an inside back candlestick pattern followed by a hammer. So that hammer has caused price to push up, you know, and we expect that this rise or rally will continue up to the 200 moving average, you know, before we begin to look for what will happen next. Okay, so guys, this is all I have for you today for trade analysis. So let's summarize. So what I'm looking for here, I'm looking for price to drop further, you know, down here. The market has retraced. Okay, so I expect a drop, you know, to structure. Okay, to the support zone. Okay, on UC, I expect price to show further price action to this support zone, and I'll look for an opportunity to buy this instrument. Okay, on the cable, I expect cable to show a clear price action. I want to see clear directional move here, because as you can see, the market is choppy here. I can't do anything now until I see further price action. Even if we drop down to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what the market is going to show us on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's zoom in on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so if we zoom in on the 1 hour time frame, you see what the market is doing also. Market is a structure, but I want it to come to what? I want it to come to a key level. Okay, I want it to come to a key level. Guys, what you can do, you can give this some depth, okay, so that you can see price action clearly. So I expect market to push up to structure. Okay, where it is now, well, you can see it is still at support level. Okay, but I think the market has really gone far, except we wait for a pullback. Okay, we wait for a pullback to look for an opportunity to trade to the next structure level, and the next structure level is somewhere here. Okay, and the next one is here. Okay, so but I will target the very high one. Okay, if it breaks structure here, but again, there's a key level here that we want price to, you know, to get to. Okay, I want price to get to that level, that I will look for another opportunity to shut it down. Okay, all right, so guys, that's what we're going to do in the, okay, in this current trading week. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's any question you have, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Okay, all right, guys, thank you very much, and do have a wonderful trading week. Okay, bye bye.